lesson. We will get through this as quickly as you want to participate. It is not a difficult subject matter. The questions themselves are not that difficult, but if you just kind of drag your feet. Look, first period, all the wonderful things I have to say about first period, I at least had 2 or 3 people that were somewhat productive today, and I was able to get through everything with time left over. Second period, I got like maybe 2/3 of the way through because they were just all over the place. So. This lesson deals with average rate of change. Instead of going over all these things and trying to bore you more than you already are, here, I'll make it easy for you. I'll put it in one word. That's what average rate of change means. This is a slope lesson. If you look at the formula for average rate of change, where do you recognize it from? Where have you seen that before? It's written on the board in really big red letters. Slope. It's the formula for slope. It's called slope formula. That's what it's called. The formula for slope is called slope formula. Now, what is a little bit new today is because all of these functions are not linear. As a matter of, they're probably almost all quadratic, right? So, unlike a line where the slope stays the same throughout, if you were to have a parabola or some other type of function, depending on where you are on the parabola, the slope tends to change. So, on every single problem, one thing they're going to give you is an interval. And I see a comma there, and I see those brackets, and that bracket looks like a parenthesis. So you want to say, yeah, I got the point -2, comma 1. No, you don't. When they give you an interval, the numbers that they're giving you are the x's. If in order to be able to find slope, you need x1, y1, x2, and y2, they're giving you x1 and x2. You have to find the y's. Sometimes it'll be easier and quicker than other times. You finished already? So, like here on this first example, they're giving you a table. Did you get one of these already? The packets? Are you going to make paper mache today, or are you going to actually like write them? So the first x they give you is -2. Instead of having to find the y, tables are pretty simple. You just look at the y that's right next to it. So what's one of the points that I'm going to put into slope formula? -2, comma 0. The next x they give you is 1. Hey, if you look at the interval, the next x they give you is 1. The y that goes with an x of 1 is -6. So another point is going to be 1, -6. And now the rest of it is, do you know how to use slope formula, which we've done before. Slope is equal to 0. Remember the y's have to go on top. I personally like to write x1 and y1 first. Some people like to write x2 and y2. The formula here has x2 and y2 coming first. It doesn't matter which one you put first as long as you put the corresponding x or y on the bottom. So like if I put 0 first, on the bottom I have to write the -2 first. Another trick I taught you is for whatever the second coordinate is, because of the negatives that fall in the formula, change the sign. My second y was -6, that's why I wrote +6. My second x is 1, so I'll write -1. So I get 6 over -3, so m is -2. Now that I have demonstrated how to find average rate of change through a table, that means you could do the next one. Raise your hand and give me the answer when you got it. Do somebody do example 2 for me? Jonathan, are you going to get the slope? Or would that mess it up? You don't have to plot anything. I just copy exactly what I did, but now with those numbers. Those numbers that they're giving you, the -1 and the 2, those are the x's. So you find the y's. It would help to have pencil, definitely, some type of writing utensil, and a calculator. I can do it without a calculator, but you might need a calculator. Nah, just sit there and don't annoy her. I'll bet. Hmm. Back to elementary school. That's crazy. Does he know how to skate too? Mm. One person, give me the slope. Do the exact same thing I just did on the problem before. Give me the slope. That's not a slope. I need you to find the slope. There, you got it? Let's see if they is correct. So the point, they're telling me the interval is -1 to 2. So one of my x's is -1. The y that goes with that is 3. The other x is 2. The y that goes with that is 6. So subtract the y's on top, 3 minus 6. Subtract the x's on the bottom, -1 minus 2. I get -3 over -3. So thank God for Thea. She saved the day. Lord, you get that all down? Not really. The board's this way. Like go straight towards Kirsten, but then make a left when you get to Kirsten, and then the board will be this way. Jair. I'm gonna swear that you've never used the phone in class either. All right, these not that I think that these are hard, but this is the hardest that it will get. If you can master these coming up, there's like everything else has less work. This is the most amount of work. Let's put it that way. That you'll have. So here we have they're giving you a function, but instead of giving it to you in the form of a table, it's being given to you as an equation. So they're still giving you the x's. What's the first x here? -1. So I know one of the points to put into slope formula is going to be -1 comma something. And then the other point is going to be 1 comma something, but I have to figure out what that something is. Unlike with a table where you can just look at the number next to it, here I'm going to have to evaluate the function. So you can either get these numbers and put them in for x, first the -1 and then the 1, or because these are in standard form, if you remember, I showed you with when we did standard form that you can do synthetic substitution. You may or may not like it. You may or may not understand it. It's up to you. I like it because I can do it. I can do things much more quickly. So if I plug in the -1, A is -1, then B is 4, C is -3, and I'll do the same thing here for 1. So drop the -1, multiply 1, 5, multiply -5, -8. If you don't understand what I did, then we've done this a few times. We've done it enough where if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it by now. There's not much I can do for you today for you to understand it if you haven't. I did the whole like comparing it to Rapunzel up in the tower. So what this means is that when I put a -1 in for x, I get a -8 for y. When I put a 1 in for x, then drop -1, -1, 3, 3, I got a 0. That's it. That's the new part. If you can get that far, Diana will help you the rest of the way because she loves slope. -8 minus 0, -1 minus 1. -8 over -2 is 4. So now that I've demonstrated, do the next one. Do 4a. Raise your hand when you got it. Mikhail's gonna race you. What do you got today? More Butterfingers? Have you ever eaten a Butterfinger at the same time as a Sour Patch Kid together?
You know what came from here?
What?
Yes.
All the cool kids are doing it.
Where do you get your cotton candy grapes at?
Where do you get cotton candy grapes at? At the store, at the supermarket. But it's only available in the summer. Seasonal. Yeah, not really. Most calendars will tell you it's spring. But the first day of summer is officially, I believe, June 21st. Is June 21st, June 22nd, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, in June. And you start seeing those cotton candy grapes right around that time. I'd say June. It probably lasts to like August.
Isn't that good?
Oh yeah. What, do you remember me talking about them before?
Yeah.
Yes, no caps. It's good stuff. Josh thinks everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of the team.
That's a good song.
What song? What is that?
The Lego movie?
Oh, I've never seen it. Anybody not named Althea have it? Angel, you gave up?
Yeah.
Too many big numbers? It's just already too close to the end of the year. Feel you, man. Why take Algebra 1 twice when you can take it 3 times?
That.
3 is a lucky charm. Jasmine, you got anything? No? Thea?
Online.
The first point you should have gotten is -2, -8. The second point, if you were clever, you're plugging a 0 in for x. Anytime you plug a 0 in for x, the value of y is known as the y-intercept. In standard form, where do you find the y-intercept? When you're in standard form, where can you find the y-intercept? You're going to take a test on this on Thursday. Where do you find the y-intercept when you're in standard form? Yeah, see. So I can actually save myself from having to do any type of substitution. I just know that. So then slope is -8 minus 20 over -2 minus 0, which is -28 over -2, which is 20. Angel, now you can redeem yourself. Do the next one. Some people were telling me that they were confused earlier because of the notation. It's just instead of interval notation, they wrote it as an inequality, but this just means -1 comma something and 4 comma something. So plug those numbers back up into the original function. See what you get. Then plug them into slope formula, and then see what you get. And then eat a Sour Patch Kid, and then see what you get. First they're sour, then they're sweet. You like Cowboys?
You know that song, Old Town Road? That song's so lame.
Lord, are you texting your mom? Okay, then it's okay. You Finished already? So then I can just take it away from you then if you have it. Who's that? Who's that? Who's got the phone? Let me know. He still has it? Okay, then yeah, put it away somewhere better. Lord is my deputy. I'm the sheriff and he's my deputy. So if he sees anybody, he's gonna point them out. No, we just gotta round up the bad guys.
Lord is his name.
No, he's not. Don't talk about Lord that way. Anybody? So we're not here forever. Come on, Angel, you can do it, man. Hang in there. Everything is awesome. Yeah. All right, let's see. Say it with a question mark so she's not sure of herself. -1. Look. Jair.
Hey, yo, 6.
So that's 3, 11, -11, 9. Right there correctly? You're distracting Josh. So when Josh gets distracted, he gets angry. You get the same points, Dave? Yeah. Okay, that's a good start. Things are looking good. So 9 minus 4 over -1 minus 4 is 5 over -5. Dun, dun, dun. Congratulations. Any questions so far? Okay. More of the same. Do example 5. Raise your hand when you got it. Throw your hands up in the air as if you just don't care. What you drawing today, Josh? Teens?
Hey.
Come on, Mikhail, you can do it. Show that slope who's boss. You know what doesn't hurt? Finding average rate of change.
Does hurt. Oh, that's cute.
Josh doesn't ask questions. He only draws them. Lord, you got it? Too hard? Too boring? You want to ask Jonathan for help?
Shaggy.
Did you get Esmeralda? You got 4? Thea, did you get something? Let's see. I don't know. Let's find out. So we got a -1 comma something. Look, Lord. -1, -1. 4, -3, 1, -1, 4, -3. So -1, 1, 5, -5, -8. So the -1 goes to -8. And the -1, 3, 3, 0. So 1, 0. So our slope formula is -8 minus 0 over -1 minus 1, -8 over -2. Take that, Jair, 34. Yeah, but don't be in love with your phone now, because it's going to be taken away like it was last week.
That was last week.
Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. All right, number 6 we'll do together, because what's different about number 6? It's pretty depressing. I haven't had one person. Huh? Well, fine, I get it, but what does that mean? I haven't had one person answer that right today. You're right, but what form is it in? First person today to get that without some type of. Maybe second. The other person whispered. So yeah, this is in vertex form. So the difference is, look, like we're gonna do the same thing as far as the 0 is an x and the 2 is an x, but now we have to substitute it the long way. You can't do synthetic with vertex. It only works with standard. So the first time when I put in a 0, 0 minus 4 squared minus 10. So that's -4 squared minus 10, which is ugh. -4 squared minus 10, which is 16 minus 10, which is 6. So 0, 6. Then the second one is a 2. 2 minus 4 squared minus 10 is -2 squared minus 10 is 4 minus 10 is -6. So I got a 6 first, and then I got a -6. Fax machine. Slope formula: 6 plus 6 over 0 minus 2 is equal to 12 over -2, which is -6. Josh is an excellent dancer.
How do you know?
He is well known. Okay, the next one is new, so I'll do the first one. Next to the table, I'd say these would be the second most simple, because you don't have to do much work to find the points. Now, yeah, they're going to give you the x's, but then the graph is going to give you the y. I know this is going to have -4 comma something and -1 comma something. Just look at the graph. What is the y value when x is -4? What is the value of y when x is -4 on the graph? If I look, what is it? It is a -6. I know it's hard to see, but it is a -6. What is the y value when x is -1? No, it's 0. -1 comma 0. So -6 minus 0 over -4 plus 1 is -6 over -3, which is deuce. Another thing that helps about graphs, if you remember about slope before, even though a parabola is not linear, when I have 2 points, I can connect them with a straight line. So if I look at the 2 points that I just found, oh, why?
What the heck?
If you look at the 2 points that
Oh, Wilmer's fault.
no. If you look at the 2 points that I just plotted, and you were to find the slope between them, it's going up and to the right, so you know it's positive. And also, if you were to count boxes, it would have a rise of 2, a run of 1, a rise of 2, a run of 1, a rise of 2, and a run of 1. See if you can do the next one on your own. If you can't see the picture, I'll help you out. At -3, we are at +8. And at 0, we're at 5. Just by looking at the picture, you should be able to tell me what type of a slope am I going to get. What type of slope? Negative, because the 2 points are up and to the left and down and to the right. Mikhail, no, come back. Mikhail, come back. You can blame it all on Josh. Josh is drawing, and he's not paying attention. Somebody, I found the point. Somebody just give me a slope. What'd you get there? It is -1. We knew it was going to be negative already.
I think it's just cheating.
How dare you pay attention all the time?
Sure, that was your picture of you.
It is -1, and if you were to count the slope between the 2 points, up 1, left 1, up 1, left 1, up 1.
I think CP3 does it better. Build up and R2D2. What? What?
You should talk about it later.
Alright.
Write her a letter. And you can weigh the pros and cons of R2D2 and the C3PO.
You know CP3, Chris Paul?
No.
I love that.
I know Lord has his phone out. Are you gonna snitch on yourself? Okay, we've done these before. Let's go. Let's get through these. If we can get through these first, well, I'll do number 3 for you. But we gotta get to the first 2.
Let me get the first one.
Okay, go do it on the paper. Jair, go, Jair, go. JJ, Manny.
Man.
Josh, you got it? What's easier, this or to draw a picture of a dragon? This is easier, so do it. Everybody loves dragons.
Like when?
Sometimes he just sits back and imagines dragons.
Imagine dragons. That's a band.
Come on, Angel, get one. This has your name all over it, Angel. You can do it. Esme, you got it? Hey, you got it? What'd you get? Let's see. So -2 first into 1, 1, and 2. 1, -2, -1, 2, 4. Then -1 into 1, 1, 2. 1, -1, 0, 0, 2. So my 2 points are -2, 4, and -1, 4. Slope is 4 minus 2 over negative 2 plus 1. 2 over negative 1. You said negative 2?
Sure.
No, you said negative 4, right?
Yeah, I got it wrong.
What?
Hey, somebody do number 2.
Chill out.
Hey, Jonathan. Te asusté un poquito. Buenos días.
Sick of your Mario yesterday.
Angel, you got it? No, too hard. Mhm. Jose, you got it? It is too hard. Jerson, ¿tiene la respuesta? No. You look different when you're awake. Yeah, you got it? Huh? You got 2? Esmeralda, do you disagree? So negative 1 first into 1, 1, 1. 1, negative 1, 0, 0, 1. 2 into 1, 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Josh Push. Negative 1, 1, 2, 7. So slope is 1 minus 7 over negative 1 minus 2. Up there you said negative 6 over 7. Oh, you got your signs wrong? Well, not necessarily. Did you end up with 2? Did you end up with 6 over 3?
No.
Oh. Yeah, because the only other thing you should have gotten is you could have also gotten positive 6 over positive 3. Still been the same. All right, what's a little bit different about number 3? Why would I do number 3 for you? What's slightly different? Say it again. There's no B. Good. So I'll do one. It's gonna be the same thing, but this is just to remind you that when there's no B, let's see. First, I'm gonna plug in the negative 1. You gotta put a 0 where the B would go. If you just put 22, it's gonna be wrong. If you're using synthetic substitution, if you don't have to do it this way. Drop the 2, negative 2, negative 2, 2, 4. The second one is 0. I don't even need to do it with because when I'm in standard form, even if there's no B, when I'm plugging in a 0, I know I'm only going to end up with C. So my 2 points are negative 1, 4, and 0, 2. So formula like you do 2 over negative 1, negative 2. Not yet. All right, see if you can do number 4. Jair, we're doing number 4 now. Give me El Slopo.
Four. Slope is.
Mm-hmm. Steve asked, I haven't heard from you today. You got it?
Go for that. One more.
No. That doesn't phase Diana. Yeah, I'm gonna just speed up because now we won't finish these. The first one, I don't need to do any type of substitution because when I plug in a 0 for x, I end up with the y-intercept. I know the y-intercept here is 2. For the second one with the 3, I can, but you might even find it shorter just to plug in normally. But 3, and it will be negative 1, 0, 2. So negative 1, negative 3, negative 3, negative 9, negative 7. So my second point is 3, negative 7. So then slope would be 2 plus 7 over 0 minus 3, which is 9 over negative 3, which is negative 3. Here, we're back to a table. These are the easy ones. Let's see if you can do these. Negative 2, which goes with 4, and 1, which goes with negative 2. Raise your hand when you got it.
You have a problem.
Nobody wanted to go with me. Got it? What'd you get there? See, so 4 minus negative 2 for the y's is 4 plus 2, and then negative 2 minus 1. 6 over negative 3 is negative 2. That's the first thing. Okay, so negative 3 goes with negative 14. Whoa, 2 also goes with negative 14. That is neat. So it's negative 14 plus 14, and on the for the x's, it doesn't matter what you get because the point is that on top you're gonna end up with a 0. What's 0 divided by anything?
0.
The slope here is 0. If you were to draw these on a graph, these points would be horizontal from each other. Last two, we're back to graphs. So this is only slightly more challenging than the table is. They're giving you the x. The first x is 1. When x is 1, y appears to be negative 5. So 1, negative 5. When x is 4, looking like negative 8. Before I do any type of slope formula, what number should I get? What type of number should I get? A negative, yeah. These points are up, left, down, right from each other. So I should get a negative. Negative 5 plus 8 over 1 minus 4. So that's going to be 3 over negative 3, which is negative 1. So that makes dollars and cents.
What's a hot move?
The opposite of a low pot move. Negative 4, comma, so at negative 4 on this last one, we are at 11. So it's negative 4, comma 11. And then at negative 2, we're actually at the vertex at negative 2, comma 3. I can tell by looking at this, what type of slope should I end up with? Negative, yeah, it should be negative. So 11 minus 3 over negative 4 plus 2 is 8 over negative 2, which is negative 4. Any questions for me? Math.